shit like that. We can go over that.
Okay.
Maybe that EXE simply, wins under my argument and the stuff I'm gonna be sending. So I think that's fine. And your premise is what exactly?
My character wins via imagining it basically.
Imagining what? Imagining is a win. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll just contend over this. Let me see P1. If P2 is true, the definition of subjective reality, I'm fine with that. P1, Luffy has the ability to turn him. Okay, P3, this line of thinking is consistent going off the first. Okay, so why would the first scan provide substance or act as like consistency regarding the subjective reality point you made?
What do you say?
I said, why would the first scan be argued as like some form of consistency for the subjective reality point you made regarding Luffy having this ability to turn imagination into reality?
Due to the fact that it would give contextual validation
Yeah, that's
as
what's in question, right?
okay.
No, that's what's in question, like whether or not if the consistency of the scan is going to validate like his true capabilities of like whether or not he can actually do this thing in reality.
Oh well, because that would show that the narrative is actually trying to show that Luffy is capable of doing the subjective reality stuff.
Wait, what part of the narrative showcases that? Can you go ahead and show me that? Like other than the scans, because that's what's in question, right? Like whether or not the scan is going to be consistently like based off of his abilities.
Like the first game, like
The first, okay, so how though? Like, can you explain?
due to the fact that you can see that the story is trying to imply that he can bring his imagination to life.
Wait, how though?
Huh?
Wait, how does it imply that? Like, in what way or what situated form of scenario does it imply that?
Because like the little thing, the big text
Okay, I
above,
see. Yeah.
pretty sure it says the power to bring imagination to life.
That's in the second scan. If you're talking about Luffy's peak, the ability to turn imagination into reality, I think you mean that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said that scan is going to be validated off the first scan, which is going to be the first scan that you sent here. If you can't, like, it's going to be the scan on the left. If you're wondering, like, what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm saying, right, P3 asserts how this line of thinking is consistent by going off the first scan. I'm telling you, what about the first scan is going to make this consistent? Like, just answer that.
well, I guess it's due to the fact that it was shown it is stated.
It's stated, okay. Um, I mean, that's kind of begging the question, but before I get onto that, right, do you believe stating something to be the case derives some form of like actuality? Like, do you think it's going to be the case that if something is stated, it's going to be actual or like true in some sense?
It depends.
Depends on what.
Like not all statements are going to be legitimized and not
Legitimized. Okay, so
some.
what would make this? Wait, what would make this statement legitimized or like actual in some
Huh?
extent? What would make this statement like to some extent legit or like how can we take the statement like legit in general?
Well, it's mainly because like
You said
as you
maybe.
can see,
I want a definitive answer. I don't want a maybe.
huh?
I want a definitive answer. I don't want a maybe. You said maybe. I heard that.
Okay. So what were you saying again?
I was saying how can we take the statement as like legit or like legitimate in general?
Well, I would say mainly because like have you seen the Kaido v Ezra Luffy fight?
What about it though?
Yeah, that would show how the statement should taken as legit due to the fact that he is visibly trying to bring his imagination to reality.
Wait. Could you rephrase that? Like, how does that justify essentially like the statement being validated or like validated to some extent?
What?
Could you justify how that would correspond to the statement being validated to some extent? Like, I just need that.
Because it would basically give some sort of credence to the scans.
Uh, how?
Again, I concede.
Wait. What'd you say?
I concede.
You can see it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fine. We can continue then. I'll just drop my line of scaling.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
39.
Hold up. Let me get the scans, man. Hold up, bro. I got you, bro. Just wait. Okay. All right. The scan is sent. Actually, wait. Let me send it into VC scans real quick. Because I don't know why you. Okay. So what I'm arguing, you already listening, bro? He's on mute, bro. Uh. Okay. I'll just wait until you go like unmute.
All right.
You're back.
What you arguing?
Okay. So go to VC scans, right, and we see exe
Yeah, I've seen it.
like granting law manipulation. I can argue this for you know further like in-depth reasoning. So basically, what I mean by law manipulation is due to the fact that he can manipulate reality by will, which will just essentially give him law manipulations. And since it's like crossverse, right? He's just going to be able to manipulate the fundamental aspect of your character via law
Wait,
manipulation. So he just manipulate your character's properties to non-existent. That's what I'm arguing right now.
I have one question though.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
How does law manipulation work? Crossverse.
You just what do you mean? Oh, okay. So you just manipulate in this case, right? As to what I'm arguing, you're just going to be manipulating the properties of like someone's character. In this case, being yours. So yeah.
So the name suggests that you can manipulate the laws of your verse.
The laws of the universe. I mean, in this case, yeah. The scan itself states how he's able to manipulate the systems of his reality, which is the realm he operates under and creates and affects by will.
Wait, so that would only mean that he's capable of using it within his world and not
No. But since it's
under.
crossverse, right? It will just necessarily has to necessarily entail that it's going to be the case that he's going to also be manipulating your character's properties because he's able to do that to his reality, which is what I'm arguing for his hacks. Yeah, you know. I
Or is
don't.
there
Wait, wait,
any
wait, wait.
case
Before you talk, right? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Before you talk, if you're gonna argue that this is gonna be only applied to his verse, right? I think that's kind of defeating the entire purpose of a crossverse debate because we just argue off hacks and win cons, etc. So yeah.
I don't think so, cause like it's like some certain hacks and abilities don't necessarily work properly within crossverse. So
Yeah, it's gonna be applied to some. I don't think that's gonna apply to this axe though, which is gonna be law manipulation.
okay. Now how does it work again?
What'd you say? Oh, how does it operate? How does it work? Okay, so I'm saying since EXE has law manipulation, he'd just be able to manipulate the fundamental aspect of your character to the point where his properties are going to be denoted as like non-existent, pretty much.
Makes of mental aspects.
Fundamental aspect. That's what. Yeah.
Mm, mm. And
Since
what is
he.
this
Oh,
aspect
I'm
again?
sorry. I'm sorry. Since he generally has law manipulation, he's gonna be able to do that as well because law manipulation. I think it's kind of self-evident as to why law manipulation would work to that extent. You can talk now. I'm sorry.
Alright, well I have no contentions.
No contentions. Okay, so you can see that my character can manipulate. Okay, okay, that's cool. That's cool. We can give this to a subject. I think it's kind of self-evident as to who won, but it's fine, bro. You did good. You can improve though.
You
You can
stop
improve.
recording though?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
How do you stop
Say that again.
how do you stop recording?
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Hopefully he'll be able to hear me though.
No, we can't hear you. Um, hold up.